Hey guys, how are you going? And welcome to a short video here where we're going to be looking at everything in the DLC edition. I've had a few comments asking to do an overview, so I'm going to do a quick one here. First up, we'll have a look at the patch that was released at the same time as the DLC. So first up, we've got added licensed West Indies men's and women's teams, added licensed Russia and St. Petersburg teams, added trophies for West Indies, added test the best online challenges mode, added in the match emote system, functionality to restore missing playface data, free player camera invert options, added reset to default option and settings, added option to turn off bowling input assistance on lower difficulty levels, tuned AI runouts, which is a huge one, improved batting mid camera reaction, ensured that 12th man matches played does not increment, ensured career player can return to club cricket if dropped from the domestic team. That's a big one. We couldn't do that in the career modes previously. Ensured correct stadium visuals will display on resume match screen. Resolved cases of missing sound effects. Resolved issue of custom stadiums not loading correctly. Custom uniform logos as well. And an issue involving the custom stadium sponsors. And of course, general stability improved. So there we go, that is the patch notes. So once you download the patch, it will come up with this extras tab. Now you can play this online challenges without the DLC. Once you download the patch, these three will still be here, but if you don't have the DLC, these won't be available to play, but the test the best will be. So first up, let's have a look at test the best. I'm doing a video on this one very shortly. Every week we're going to have 3 different challenges, and then based on your score, it's going to dictate where you are on the rankings. So that is exciting stuff there, and then overall you can look at your leaderboards once the time remaining ends. So it's a cool way to track how you're going against everyone online. The next one, the Caribbean Premier League. So if you go into this one, we've got a few different things here. Of course, the CPL is licensed and is the same as the West Indies. So you can play the Caribbean Premier League here and just go through and play for whichever team that you want. It's got all the different finals and stats and all that. And then also you can play as a star player or as a team. So this one is pretty much just everything. Like you can play with any team. This one you play as a specific team, and this one you can play as a star player and go through and play the CPL, which is pretty nice. And here you go, this is what the CPL one looks like here. They've got all the correct advertising, the stumps, the boundary rope as well, and all the advertising hoardings around there. So we'll go through, look at that, it looks pretty cool with the stumps being done. And we'll get into the task. We'll just have a quick look and see what the gameplay's like, and it's pretty good image of all the advertising that you can see there. Of course, all these teams are licensed. I like how it's got the logo on the top left. Very cool. That's the same for the 100 as well. This ground looks quite nice actually. Let's have a look first ball. We've missed out there. Let's go for a cheeky run. Look at the gold helmets. Look how gold and shiny they look. So first things first here, we can see the umpire's got all his actual kit on. It's an interesting umpire's kit. And then look at these helmets. Really shiny sort of areas here. We'll face one more ball just to give you guys a look. So we've got T. Waddell charging in the Sear as well. And there's a little top edge for 4. That's a good way to end it. So we have some CPL scenarios. We've got 9 of them that came with the DLC as well. So the first one, Trinbago's Big Night. As Knight Riders scored 267 runs against the Talawars to successfully complete this scenario. That's huge. Of course, these are things that have actually happened. And the next one, as Jamaica Talawars win the match against the Trinbago Knight Riders to successfully complete this scenario. And the next one, Trinbago Knight Riders win with less than 154 runs conceded to can successfully complete it. Next one, as the St. Lucia Zooks win the match against the Trinbago Knight Riders, so you got to defend 154 run total and change history. Next up, Zooks win within 27 balls against the Amazon Warriors to successfully complete the scenario. And the next one is 55 runs and a defendable target. Attempt to defend the 55 run effort. That'll be a tough one. Flip the semi. You had to defend 107. Can you get them there? Potentially. And chase for qualification. The Tridents were set 219 to qualify for the final, but fell short. So replay, try and recreate history there. And speed limiters. The Knight Riders were able to scuttle the Patriots for 77, but could they still have lost? Try and rewrite some more history. So there you go. That is found, of course, in modes under scenario. And of course, they've added an extra tab for that DLC content under CPL scenarios. So as you can see now, the actual stadiums are these 3 different tabs: official, extra, and custom. So the new ones that were added, I believe, are the Brian Lara Stadium, Darren Semi Cricket Ground, Kensington Oval. We've also got Providence Stadium, Trent Bridge, Sophia Gardens, Sabina Park, Rose Bowl, Queen's Park Oval, and Warner Park. So those seem to be the new ones added. And if we take a look at the 100, we've got a few different modes here. You would have seen it in my first video that came out this morning. So you've got the 100s men's, you've got the 100s women's, and then you can go in and you can actually just play the 100 with all the teams. You can play as a specific team. You can draft a team, which is what we've done in the previous video, so I won't go into that. Or you can play as a star player, much like the CPL. So that looks pretty good. If you want to take a better look at the actual 100 and the draft itself, then I would recommend checking out the video that I did earlier on this morning. So for those who actually want to see what the teams look like, the uniforms and who's in them and the play faces, then to round out the video, we'll just go through all the 100 and CPL teams and the West Indian team as well, just to have a look at the play faces. But yeah, that is pretty much going to be it. We'll round up at the end of it. So as you can see there, some of them are looking pretty ordinary. Some of the ones that are done in the Cricket Academy are way better in my opinion, especially some of the West Indian players, but anyway, you get that in the big jobs. Anyway, let's take a look at these CPL teams. So those are the CPL teams. We take a look at the international, West Indian team. Let's have a look here. So there we have it. Hopefully I've covered off everything in the DLC and the patch, and going through all the new teams and player likenesses and overall ratings. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Be on the lookout over the weekend for a couple more videos based around the DLC content and the patch. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, or today's video even, leave a like and subscribe. If you're feeling up to it, leave a comment down below. Always appreciate reading those. But until then, take it easy.